For a few weeks now, the area around the obelisk in St. Peter's Square has been concealed from onlookers to shield the construction of the Vatican's Nativity scene. Spanish nun Sister Áurea has worked on the setting up of the nativity scenes for 30 years now. She's also in charge of the dresses that go on the figures. She remembers when John Paul II started the tradition of the nativity scene in St. Peter's Square, a Christmas tradition which continues today.
The first year that John Paul II was here, like every other year, we did the nativity scene. He wanted us to do it in the square, and because we had never done it there, we looked for a place and built it around the Charlemagne wing. And that's how it all began. The first year we did it outside.
Since then, she spent 29 Christmases preparing the most viewed nativity scene in the world. Sister Áurea recalls that John Paul II wanted to restore the tradition of placing a manger scene in the home, and he also wanted to encourage younger visitors to come to the Vatican.
He wanted the children to come visit the nativity scene, and his hope was that many would, and that's why he started it. And when you go to St. Peter's, the nativity scene there is beautiful.
This is a project that begins many months before Christmas. Giuseppe Facchini is the architect responsible to make sure everything goes perfectly. It's a project involving more than 60 workers from the Vatican.
The construction of the structures, which are then covered with polystyrene, are made by Vatican workers, laborers, electricians, and painters. After a year of working on other things, they become impromptu artists, and they do spectacular work.
Every Christmas, this artwork adds new details, offering surprises to the public. Architect Facchini says this year's nativity scene will be visible from 360 degrees. And the Philippines has a special place in this universal scene.
This year we want to join a cave structure with the stable. We have a wooden deck attached to the structure of the grotto. Since the Philippines have given us structures which are very different from what we have, we decided to create a corner that is different from the others.
This gift from the Philippines attempts to bring the typical atmosphere of their country to the Eternal City. It displays a family of Filipino fishermen with a real canoe and baskets of fruit and fish. Preparation on the plaza started in November and continues until just a few hours before the inauguration on December 24th.
Normally we get to finish the day before the inauguration, including the night before Christmas Eve, which is the day it's inaugurated by the authorities, cardinals, and representatives of the countries that contributed to the Nativity.
Franciscan nuns living in the Vatican, like Sister Áurea, put on the finishing touches by dressing and decorating the figures.
We will go in the last days, because in the first days they're still working, fixing things. When everything is ready, then we will put them on. They have already prepared where we need to put one or two things. It will be when the kings arrive, the kings with members of their court accordingly. And then we will work as it seems fit.
It's a very special Christmas scene for children and adults alike who visit the Vatican, and it represents Christmas in the most universal way.